Yo, Vikings and Vikings, welcome to the quarterfinals of the first ever Valhalla tournament. And it's already started. I haven't even checked out their stats and what wares they're going for. They have a Cloud on the side of NPC and a Biggie on the side of Furiosa. The other two are the same, Scarlet and Igby. And NPC starts off with a defensive move. Hello, Malcolm, aka Vita. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm a bit late. Had some technical issues with these streams. Please let me know if both of the YouTube and the Twitch streams are live. That will be very helpful. And with that said, let me increase the music a little bit. Let me know how that is as well. Thank you very much. And so we have Humongous with, let's see what they do first. So terrain shifts their own each other's scarrets. Oh, he moves Igby right into a trap but teleports out. That's very well dodged by NPC. That is a strat that is very useful to teleport yourself out of the terrain shift. So Humongous with 1200 intellect and 910 dexterity. Immortan Joe with 13,000 HP. And the rest are decent stat, balanced out. And what are these names? With 1500 strength. His pounce is going to be incredible. On the other side, 1600 strength, 9000 HP with 900 strength. He has the advantage for terrain shift and clout. He has 1800 charisma, but his wisdom is very low, 99 charge. Let's see how that plays out. And keep in mind, both of their Igby's have placed traps on the map, and that is NPC's terrain shift, moving his Igby in the place of the opponent's Igby and taking damage from that. That is an interesting play. I would not have expected that. However, it did stun the opponent's scared. So I guess it's a give and take situation there. They take quite a lot of damage. That 422 intellect versus the 1200 intellect, that hammer dealing magical damage, as you can see here. So let's see what this Cloud is in a very dangerous position. However, he does have quite a lot of health, so he might be okay, but let's see what he does. He swaps him there and should rotate the Cloud. No? Oh, he sends another Cloud. Oh, that was massive damage from both sides, the hammer and the Cloud. That did like 7,000 damage. Insane. I was expecting him to move this Cloud back. I think it's called recasting. Recasting, you can rotate and let it go in the direction you want. However, and not only did he use the hammer, he also inspired himself with an health potion. That was very well played by Furiosa. He stayed in the... He stayed under the hammer? Why would he? And his other Igby is stunned. This is game over for NPC. I don't think there's coming back from here. Biggie or Humongous is going to use his hammer on Igby over here, and that will, I'm pretty sure that should end the Igby, or yeah, I don't think there's coming back from here. Why didn't he move his carrot? It was an interesting play. Alright, he used forecast on that one. Should throw a hammer there. He did use a health potion, so he will take less damage unless it crits. Yeah, that's good. But as you see here, Clout has no charge, which is something we mentioned earlier on. He needs, or it needs 25 charge. Well, it's fine, but with scared terrain shifting him around, it won't be easy. Now Furiosa has the center spot with the Scarlet. He can terrain shift the entire arena, so I think this is it for NPC. I see no way of coming back from here. Does he teleport into another trap? Oh, my bad. That Igby is the trap, but the Scarlet was immune to all sorts of exhaust, sleep, or snare status effects with a charge potion. Well played by Furiosa. Should we check out other games? I don't think... Oh, he walks right into the trap. Very well done by Furiosa over there. Uses Scorching Honey. Deals some damage, but not too much. And Scarlet can't do anything. However, neither can the big, so Igby will pounce for sure. Let's see how much damage that will defeat him for sure. There's no doubt about that. 1500 strength versus 422. Yep. Clout is out for the count. Unless he uses a health potion, which might increase the strength stat a bit, but I don't see. It'll be tough. Let's see. And what happened there? What happened there? Did they both mess up? Use a health potion over there. For who? And then pounce hit these two tiles? Am I missing something? That... I know I just woke up, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the one who's seeing things here. Huh. I wonder what happened. Yeah, misplay for sure. Well, I didn't pay attention that round. However, from what he's resetting Furiosa, from what I see, he'll use a healing turf here, charge up the humongous, and I'll never stop laughing at that name. And yeah, keep continuing with the game. Yep, exactly that. However, he does need to be careful of that cloud, that storm. Playing it safe, yeah, that's commendable. Most people would just go for it, try to end the game. You need to have some patience. Step back a bit, reset, then move in again. Swap them in. I would try to swap in the cloud first, and because cloud can't teleport out of the terrain shift. So, but yeah, I mean, for sure, Furious is a far better player than me, so he's probably going for a different play style, different strat. But that's what I would do at least. It's a bit difficult to see which bear belongs to which player in spectator mode. Yeah, so if you notice under the wares, the green tiles, these symbols are for this team, and the red ones are for this team. It is a bit difficult to see, but that's the slight change or difference. Now he's playing too safe, in my opinion, because he can't terrain shift. He can't. The range for terrain shift is 4 tiles, so he can shift up to these 4 tiles. So he's out of the way. It's out of the way. He'll probably heal up if he has any health potions left, and Scarlet will most likely move to the center. Okay, he moved the cloud out of the way. Could have dodged that pretty easily with a roll and a teleport. Astral tumble and a buzz. So NPC used the health potion as expected. Now what will Furiosa do to finish this game off? Moved himself. The cloud is out. Imagine if you use the cloud on the skirt, but still that would do like 5,000 or something damage. That skirt has 13,000 HP, so he's safe for sure. Apparently, the Kyoko versus Noom match is going very close. I just realized neither of these are in a clan, so that would be Black Sails versus Black Sails on the other match. Cloud doesn't do anything, and he gets stunned as well as hammered. That should be it for the Cloud finally, and he'll most likely use a charge potion on itself if he has any left. We don't have that information in spectator mode for good reason. And let's see. Teleports. Yep, charge potion himself. Hammer, bounce. If it crits, this is it. Oh, I didn't crit. Should have. Well, that's a chance. What can you do? Should be over now. Cloud can either walk on either of these 3 tiles or stay on this one. Skirt will technically can stay in this tile, shouldn't matter, but he should stay safe of that Igby stun, the scorching honey. Okay, that hammer. Oh, so very nicely done. Hammer on the return takes out both Cloud and Igby, and with that, Furiosa goes into the semifinals, taking out NPC. Very well played from both sides, but Furiosa mostly. Let's see if there are any other games left. There is this one. Let's start spectate this one. Apparently it's going very close. So the Flinny is out for Noom. Kyoko is low on charge but still has enough, I would say so. However, his Flinny is exhausted. This could be anyone's game, but nah, the Biggie has it for sure. Kyoko will most likely take it home. Will he move out of the way? No, he doesn't. And on the return takes out Mad Hatter. That's twice in a row we are seeing the return working for the hammer. And that said, this should be it for Noom and Kyoko. Well, Kyoko can't terrain shift at the moment, but all his Veras have high health. Teleports into Flinny, moves him out. Misses the poisonous pollen. Scared bigger squads are going in. Yeah, hammer with the terrain shift is insane. Oh, it's called Weapon of Return. I thought it was Hammer of Return. Well, makes sense. And poisoned, hammered. He is inspired, but not for long. Does he have any... No, I don't think he has any traps placed. So Big Air doesn't have charge. Does Flinny? Yeah, Flinny will have charge for sure. Igby will continue to try to collide his way out, but defeat is inevitable, unfortunately, for Noom. Yep, buzzed into Flinny, and he poisoned himself. Very well done by Kyoka. Expected that move. And now the Igby is poisoned. Possibly for, well, depends. Could be for 4 turns. But it should be over now. Oh, fair. Outplayed. Smart from him. Very smart. He's trying his best. We'll give him that. Massive respect for that. He made Kyoka think he would teleport, but stayed in the spot, healed up, and now, which does he have? He has pounce. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, he's more pounce oriented. I mean, strength oriented. So he will want to use pounce and not the other scorching honey if he wants a chance in this. I unfortunately can't see his skills because he's on the opponent team from the side I'm spectating. But yeah, bounce. Kyoka will once again use poisonous pollen, and Scarret will continue to charge up, I believe. Bigger should also continue to charge up. Oh, wait, what? Igby has. How did Igby lose that collision? Did he have higher HP than Flinny? I missed that. Igby should have had higher HP than Flinny to lose that collision, and that cost him that so much health. It cost him 2,000 health. This is it. This is it. He's poisoned. There's no coming back from this. He's poisoned. He's guaranteed to take damage, even if he buzzes out. But yeah, this is it. He miscalculated the health differences, and yeah, Kyoka is going all in with all of his bears. GG's. Kyoka advances to the semi-finals, taking out Noom. Is there any other games left? Nope, it seems all the games are done, and let's look at the brackets. We have Kyoka taking out Noom, Björn taking out Danny. Both of them advanced to the semi-finals. On the other side, we have Zoggy taking out Zeldris, and Furiosa taking out NPC, advancing to the semi-finals. And the next round will start in 1 hour and 4 minutes. That was fun. That was very, very close games, especially for Kyoka, from what I saw earlier in the Discord chat, they're going very close, but Kyoka took over the match and took over Neum. Very nicely done, and yeah, we'll see you guys in 1 hour. See you. Alright, while we wait for the next match to start, I wanted to check out a couple things in game. So first things first, let's open our loot chests, and then we have something pretty cool to show you guys after this. Nah, that's meh. No ruby amulets. I'm just looking for something before we check it out. Gold Bifrost, that's alright, that's not bad. Alright, just give me 1 second. Okay, here we go into the clan island. And we have our stage 2 ship ready to pick up. It was a bit loud, but let's go. We have our stage 2 ship. The next stage is going to be expensive. 250 wood. I only have 2, mate. Can I swap thread or plant fiber with it? 4 thread out of 100. This is going to be very expensive. I wanted to see. So at the moment I believe we have frill wing. I want to try out the gaff clipper. Do I just hit confirm? Confirm, yes. Alright, let's see. The gaff clipper. This is the default one, gaff clipper. No, I think I'll stick with the frill. Alright. And there it is, our stage 2 ship. Let's check it out. We have our little Biggie at the front. Although I don't play with Biggie, but yeah. Neat. Very neat stuff. Alright. Back to the tournament. Which match are we going to watch? Um, I really want to watch Furiosa versus Zogi. Um, Not sure. Which one do you want to watch? We can watch Kyoko versus Beer, I think that will be a fun one. Alright, Vikings and Vikings. It is time for the semi-finals between Kyoka and Björn, and Furiosa versus Zogi. Starting in 1 minute, let's head over to the spectator mode and keep refreshing until it's ready. We will be spectating Furiosa versus Zogi according to the popular vote. And so far, I have not watched any of the Zogi games. I have a clue about the other three players in the semi-finals, so it will be a fun and entertaining game, hopefully. Let's see what we got. So we have Kyoka versus Björn ready, and there it is, Furiosa versus Zogi. So we have on the left side playing with Big E or Humongous, Immortan Joe aka Scarrett, and Scrotus aka Igby. We have Furiosa, and on the right side we have Big E, Igby, and Scarrett as well. We have Zogi representing the Black Sails clan. Apparently 3 of them have made it into the semi-finals, and let's see how this goes. Looking at the stats, we have Igby with incredibly high strength, Skirt with high HP, vitality, and Humongous with high intellect. Let's see how it starts. So Zogi, terrain shifts. Oh, is that a read from Furiosa? Did he read that? Is Igby going to Scorching Honey that? No, he skipped. Oh, imagine if he actually read that, brought in the skirt of Zoggy, and just obliterated it in the first round. That would have been insane, but Igby skipped for some reason. So on the other side, we have high strength for the Scarret, high strength for the Igby, and oh wow, high HP for the Biggie. This is a Spirit Shroud galore over here. So, looks like Zoggy is a bit pressured with its Garrett being right next to the big hitters of Furiosa. Moves himself out. Igby teleports. And oh, a scorching honey from Zoggy. Will it hit Furiosa? Nope. The honey traps doesn't hit, but they are placed for 4 turns at least. So any of these tiles could be trapped. 2 of them. Furiosa has to be careful about that. And he also has to be careful about the potential Spirit Shroud from Biggie on Zoggy's side. 161 charge and 13,000 health. That is a monster. That is a tank. But he has his own tank over here. 13,000 health Scarret. It's not easy to defeat. Moves out the Igby into safety. And gets his own Scarret trapped, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, potentially. Yep, he got stunned. And also the other... Oh, he was immune, right? Did I miss that? But anyways, the Scarret is stunned. That's it. He'll most likely use a charge health potion. He has very low health, so compared to these monsters, and Igby will use Bounce. Biggie will use the hammer, but he also has to be careful with these two being right next to him. So let's see how he plays this out. Zoggy will most likely use a health potion on Scarret, get the inspired effect, boost his stats for a bit. Moved him out so he wastes his health potion if used. Nope, he doesn't use it. Yeah, he did use a charge potion. And it got wasted. Very well played by Furiosa. He moved him out of the tile, which he was going to use a health potion, the charge potion on, and it got wasted. And the Scarret is down. And the Scarret is down. You are out of the game. Let's see how Zoggy plays this out. He is under pressure. He's against the wall. However, he does have a chance because of this Biggie. Swaps out his own bigger, right? Is that his own? No, it's not his own. The opponent's, but oh, he's trying to push the Zoggy's bigger into the corner, try to trap him with his own Igby. It's a bit confusing since both of them have the same Vares, but you can differentiate with the colors underneath them. Red is for this team, green is for the left Furiosa team. He might use a charge potion on himself. But no, he can't. He can, technically. Let's see what he does. He pushes Igby. There. Spirit Shrouds. Will he use a charge potion? No, without a charge potion. So Igby teleports himself out from there into safety, but the bigger is now stunned. However, he does have high health to be able to defend from any incoming attacks from Humongous and Igby. I don't think I can I don't think I can say the other name. Not sure, you never know. But check out the other match. I would like to, but just for consistency's sake, since we're watching this, I guess we'll have to see it play out. And I don't want to leave and join another one in case it bugs out. Did he miss another charge potion? That's another charge potion wasted from Zoggy. Oh, he may have expected... Oh, he was trying to outsmart Furiosa. He may have expected him to terrain shift his bigger into this tile. And so he charge potioned this tile. But Furiosa just moved himself into the center of the arena. And yeah, another charge potion wasted. Very well played from Furiosa. That was high IQ. I guess it was a 50-50, but still, that was smart. Although that's a risk from Zoggy, and he took the risk. And massive respect for that. So another Spirit Shroud wasted. Oh no, not wasted. He got hit with the hammer and dealt the damage into Igby. 5,000, and the damage is halved, so he took around 2,500 damage with that. So that is some damage. However, Biggie is stunned and there's nothing he can do about it. He's also very low on health, doesn't have the intellect to defend against the weapon of return, doesn't have the strength to defend against the pounce. I am assuming this is it for the Biggie, and yeah, he'll swap out Biggie on the right, so he wastes any health potions potentially. There it is. He wasted another potion. That's 3 potions wasted by Zoggy because of Furiosa's high IQ moves. That was incredibly played, well played from Furiosa, making Zoggy waste 3 potions. This looks very, very one-sided match, and it's safe to assume that Furiosa is advancing to the finals. Oh, Zoggy once again trying to read Furiosa's mind, thinking he will terrain shift the Igby into the same position as the Biggie, and surrendered. Zoggy surrenders. GG's. Furiosa advanced to the final of the very first Valhalla tournament. Very well played. Incredible playstyle there. Just absolutely dominating. Let's check out the other match. Let's spectate Kyoka. Let's see how the other match is going. It looks like Kyoka is down 1 Vera. He's down Biggie, and he's very low on the Scarlet. Bjorn doing amazing. All 3 of his Veras are full HP. Well, almost full HP. And he has the charge. I believe this is Bjorn's game. There is potentially no coming back for Kyoka from here unless a miracle happens. And we have Igby scorching honeying, gets poisoned, stuns the Flinny, and with that How much strength does he have? 1340 versus 1500. Kyoka has the advantage. He could take out Flinny from the... He wasn't stunned. He was probably immune to it, or he was stunned previously. No, he wasn't stunned. Yeah, he was immune to it. Probably used a charge potion there. I may have missed it since I just joined. So he was immune to the stun, and he can easily either teleport out of there or try some other move. Scarret now of Kyoka has the advantage for terrain shifting. He doesn't use it. Kyoka collides into Igby and heals his own Scarret. Igby stuns the Scarret, exhausts him, and there's no terrain shifting in this round for Kyoka. I think this is it. Igby does have enough charge to attack, and let's see, it is intellect based. The Trojan is a beast with 1500 strength. I don't know who wasted that health potion, but one health potion was wasted there, and with that, Flinny is now at 473 health and stunned. Now Kyoka has to make a decision. Should he swap him out? Should he swap Flinny out into safety, or should he swap itself out into safety? In either cases, he's at a disadvantage and most likely is going to be eliminated by Byrne in these semi-finals. Swaps the Trojan and gets swapped back by Byrne. And takes a charge potion as well. He steals the charge potion. Well, it's the same. I mean, yeah, I guess. Steals a charge potion from his own Igby. So there's that. So does deal some damage, some friendly fire damage to its own Igby. So, and with that, this should be over in a couple rounds, possibly even in this round, because if Kyoka doesn't move, he does and stays in the poison, he will take more damage, does a little bit more friendly fire, and Flinny is down. Scarret is almost down, 710 health. Is he not poisoned? Oh yeah, that's its own, what am I saying? That's its own Flinny's poison. I think Björn will Earthquake. No, he'll just Scorching Honey there and try to end this in this turn. Well, let's see how it plays out. Swaps himself with the other Scarret, but will get Scorching Honey, 592 damage, 118 health left. Kyoka hanging on by a thread, but there's no coming back from here. Heals himself. Risky heal, but pulls it off. Igby doesn't have charge. Well, he can bounce, but he'll most likely just move out of the way. Try to gain the center of the arena. use Scorching Honey, so he will affect the entire map. Gets swapped into... Nice, so he heals up, gets inspired, and there is 2 shards laying on the arena, which is cornering the scared for Kyoka. 36 charge. He has 1 more terrain shift left. He walks into Igby. Can't do anything. Oh, Earthquake does it. Very nicely done from Björn. The Earthquake takes out Scarret, and with that he eliminates Kyoka and advances into the finals of the first ever Valhalla tournament. This was intense. The finalists will be playing for 50,000 US dollars. As we can see here, the finalists are going to be Björn and Furiosa, which will take place in 1 hour and 12 minutes. See you then.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you
Mr.
doing?
Mango.
Hey, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you. I've been doing well, doing great. Seeing some exciting matches,
Yeah.
exciting stuff, interesting tactics, interesting Veras, crazy strong Veras.
Oh yeah, the bears are so the 1500 strength and so many of those bears. I was until last week.
Yeah,
I
1500. I've
wasn't.
seen 1800. It's
Yeah,
like insane. It's like amazing. I think.
yeah. Until last week, I wasn't even aware that was possible. Until everyone brought in their best enchants and upgrades, and then yeah, we see all these monsters popping up.
Exactly. And even then, it is the tactics
Yeah,
that really decide like the winner. So it's very interesting to see.
especially with terrain shift. Like the last match, I don't know if you saw how Furiosa stole
Yeah.
or made him waste the potions. I think that was for me. That was the highlight of the game.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice. Yeah, stealing potions, anticipating the shift and shifting back,
Yeah.
or yeah, like the strategies surrounding the strategies of the opponent, right? Like the counter
Mm-hmm.
strategies,
Yep.
and then going a step further, where you expect the counter and start doing your counter to the counter. Like at that point, it's all in the mind.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that most people were going for with their scarets was the high strength for priority. But
Yeah,
Furiosa went the other way. He said, "Nope, I'm going to anticipate your terrain shift first." I think he has like a 13,000 health scarret with low strength.
exactly. Where you can then focus on other stuff, right? You
Yeah.
can heal a bunch every turn because
Mm-hmm.
it's percentage based. You can take some damage.
Yep.
But I'm also seeing a lot of wisdom, which is good as well, right? We're seeing a bunch of wisdom
Oh yeah,
being
definitely.
allocated to repeat moves. Otherwise, you run out of charge very quickly.
Yep. Especially, I saw one of the previous players. I don't remember the name. He had like 200 charge on bigger and was just spirit shroud spamming. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Yeah, I think the issue with Spirit Shroud is the exhaust, right? Like
yeah, the
it's very
exhaust. You have
costly.
to you have to play with the charge potion if you have any left.
100%. That is the strat they're surrounding Big Hair, which is an exactly on time
Yep.
type of thing, or just in time type of thing, where we added the inspired
Oh yeah,
and
that was
resistant status effect.
a
Yeah,
very nice update. Do you have any other plans with potions? With
many, many, and it enables you to do or to bring so much more strategy into the game, right? As similar to that was the change of allowing potions to be thrown to tiles rather than selecting a Vera and just allocating the potion to them.
yep. And you
That was
also
a big
increase it
change.
to five, so that also allowed many players to play a bit more freely with the potions.
Correct. Even now, people are like, "Oh, 5 potions. I need more potions, right?" But
Yeah,
in the end, we only have 40 turns, which is already less than the 50 that were there before. But we're constantly looking at the data, constantly looking at the battles, and seeing where we're going.
yeah. No,
It's
I think
very interesting.
five is pretty good because from my own experience in playing, it's although I didn't go with this crit, but it also you can't always use the potion, right? You have to choose your timings with the potions. So I think the
Exactly.
yeah. So like for me, one of the games I was kind of stuck. I wasn't able to use my potions because if I went with the potions, I would get terrain shifted or attacked. So I think it's very 5 for me is perfect at the moment, at least.
Happy to hear. Happy to hear. Yeah, we're seeing some great things with 5 potions. So for now, they'll stay put.
Yep. How are you feeling as the lead dev of this game? How are you feeling with the tournament and how it's gone so far?
Well, for us, mostly it was about the stability of things, right? To ensure that when people play, they don't get stalled by the game freezing, or they don't get stalled by some external factors outside of their control, essentially. So I'm very happy on that front. Like we
Mm-hmm.
were sitting here on the Tuesday, we were sitting here yesterday, and even today, looking at the traffic, looking at traffic spikes, seeing like what are people doing, what are people trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
even because even now we have a bunch of traffic hitting us, but there are mitigating factors built in to ensure that we don't get damage from any of these types of attacks. So that's always good to see, and I'm happy to hear that essentially the tournament has been progressing smoothly for everybody, or at least for almost everybody, from
Yeah.
what I heard.
Yeah,
Um,
compared to previous events, I think it handled the traffic very well at this time around. There were, of course, a couple cases, but how many, from what I remember in the third round of qualifiers, there were like 90 battles or something? 90 or 100 battles going on at the same time.
yeah, so
I
it
don't.
was a ramping up number. So the first qualifier, I believe, had around 100 or around had exactly 177 participants. So that's what 176 divided by 2, so that's 88 battles for round 1. Round 2 was around the 200, I believe, so that's 100 battles simultaneously being created. And then the third round had a bit more even than that, so in the 100 plus battles that were being created simultaneously. And to prepare for the tournament, we had to upgrade our traditional server systems. We had to upgrade the blockchain side server systems to ensure that things could get included in time on the blockchain side, because we have to deal with transaction inclusions within blocks. And yeah,
Yeah.
we made it in time. So that was
Uh,
good.
I'm assuming the system that we made, the VRF, the randomizer, played a role in that as well for the qualifiers at least, or was it a completely different system for matchmaking randomly?
Sorry, I lost the connection for a bit. Could you repeat that?
For the matchmaking in the qualifiers, I'm assuming you used the VRF randomizer that you guys made, or was it a completely different system for qualifiers?
For the qualifiers, it was very different compared to what we did before.
Mm-hmm.
So we very much randomized how the matchmaking was done, which was the point. So that's
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, luck plays a factor, right? And that makes it interesting because you never know who you're gonna play.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun to see the matchups being created live.
Oh yeah, some of us got very lucky. I think my first game was pretty simple. I'm not sure if it was. I know it was an AI, but I don't know if it was a real person behind it or not. But the second two games were actual players, but relatively newer, so um, I was able to qualify.
And you still made it through. Very good.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, I'm also super curious to see the player base evolve, right, going forwards from here,
Mm-hmm.
and where we'll end up in like the next few weeks, for example, but also what the next tournament or tournaments would look like, player base wise, but also strategies wise, where we'll end up.
Yeah, this first tournament, Yeah, I think future tournaments will be very different from what we're seeing right now. With the strategies and the wares, especially as more people join and uh, grow their wares. Because I know a few people who joined recently, like last week, and weren't able to improve their wares in time to reach these levels. But
Mm-hmm.
in the future tournaments, they will for sure have what they're looking for.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun, especially for well, I think for everybody really, but for the more veteran players, it's very nice to see the new wave come in, try different strategies, be able to share your own strategies, right? You've already uh, had these pitfalls essentially, and you've learned from them. So on the one hand, it's nice to see them well, falling into the same ones, but it's also nice to be able to guide them through these strategy sessions essentially.
Yeah, for speaking of experience, Bjorn, from my own experience with Bjorn, who's the finalist here, I encountered him several times in PvP before the tournament. He was always in queue, and each time he would increase his like he would be much better than the previous time. And so, yeah, they all of these players with each battle, they're learning, they're improving. It's like their own AI in their brains. So, yeah,
Exactly.
one of the main things that I noticed people were missing out earlier on was the collisions, the lower HP advantage, and I think that was a very nice update that you guys added with the low HP. It completely changed the game.
Yeah, there's some
Collisions.
really cool mechanics in play there. Or I've seen some cool actions being done on that, where people teleport on top of each other or walk on top of each other, where they're not expecting it, right? Causing, for example, friendly fire for the other team, uh,
Yep.
which is always very interesting to see.
Yeah, one of
Hey,
the previous games,
that's now
Bjorn
valid.
Bjorn took out his own Igby because of collision. That was very fun to see with friendly fire.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm super excited for the next match.
4 minutes.
Do you have any thoughts on it already?
Um, so before the tournament started, I was on Furiosa's side, completely on Furiosa's side because I saw his wares, and
Hmm.
uh, the 13,000 scaret health and I believe 1,500 strength on the other two wares. That was too much for me. I was like, this is Furiosa's tournament. But then Bjorn came in the bracket stage, defeated all his opponents, and uh, to be honest, I wasn't expecting that. So it's going to be a very entertaining finals.
Yeah,
Uh,
very
yeah,
much so. Very much so. Yeah, because we're seeing. I think it's from. What was it from Furiosa's side? Was it Big Hair? Igby Scarrett, right? Was it Big Hair? I think it was Big Hair.
yes.
Yeah, and Bjorn has a Trojan, right?
Yeah, the Trojan is scary, very scary.
Yeah.
How much is
Because he has
the
a high strength Trojan.
Yeah, and the Trojan has the 40 ability power on its split strike, and he
Yes,
went all
correct.
in strength.
Yes, yeah, he has like the 1500 strength
Yeah,
Trojan. It hits hard,
very hard. I've
very hard.
I've been
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
other side a few times. He would swap me in, and one time he had both of my Veras on either side of his Trojan and dealt
yeah.
like
Oof.
5,000.
Yes, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, I think internally we have one split strike Trojan player, but other than that, I think there's two others internally within the team, and there which includes me, who are more of a short step user. short step, short field user rather than strength. So intellect instead of strength.
Yeah, the Trojan I build was also intellect oriented, and that is the one I was practicing with earlier, and but then I swapped to completely teleporters.
Yeah, exactly. It's very strong. Also, the Igbees in the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
seeing some crazy stats on those Igbees as well. Not all of them are, because I see some focusing on Scorching Honey, right? But I see a bunch of focus on Pounce as well, to forego the area of effect, but instead really try and hit hard.
Oh yeah, for me, I preferred intellect for my Igby, but I did notice a few players went with strength. Uh, Mr. Brownville might want to join, so. Oh, the match
Sounds
is
good.
starting. 1 second, let's spectate the match as well first. I think it's getting readied. I don't see a refresh button. How do I invite? Could you invite Mr.
Let me try.
Brownville? Yeah.
Let me try. Let's see if this works. There we go.
I don't see the game in Spectate.
Let me see. The game will start appearing after the arsenals are locked in.
Oh, so they're still waiting. Okay. Because usually the refresh button.
Hey guys, I'm joining in on the fun.
Hey,
Hey,
Mr.
welcome,
Brown.
welcome.
Thank you. History in the making right now.
Yep, if hopefully you spectate it. I'm unable to see the game yet. Maybe there's
I
some
see the match
update.
now. So
You
refresh
are.
should be good.
Refresh then quickly. Sorry about that, chat. There are a few people in chat. We have.
It's also interesting to see the different starting lineups from people, where whether they're separated or they try to bunch them up. It's very nice to see.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Most of them start off like if they're playing Flinor, they would put it in the back and then start like a defensive formation with their Veras. Let's see how these guys do. I'm still reloading. Hopefully we get in time. There it is. Let's spectate Furiosa. Oh, they already have one round in. We have Scarlet in the middle of the arena.
Yeah, that's Furiosa.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Well, we'll find out soon. Maybe.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun as well. I think every great game has its OG legends and whatnot. So this will go into the list of legends that happened in early Valhalla days. Who is Furiosa?
Yeah, that'll be a meme as well. Oh, what name do you make for him? Artiosa or something? Furious Art?
Yeah. Well, I think banter is fun, but I won't continue it on stream. I think
Okay.
like let's imagine Furiosa is actually somebody else, then it's very annoying for that person to continuously hear like, "Hey,
Yeah, are you
I'm not
Art?
being appreciated for my skill." Yeah, exactly. So
That's fair. But looking at this, Humongous or the Biggie is in trouble. Gets swapped out of there, and the Scared is also stunned for Bairn. Missed the split strike. What do you think of the team composition here?
I think it could go either way, really. I think, at least for this patch, obviously we've seen now that as we look at a Scarlet named Nerferud, Scarlet is very strong. Having the ability to move Varus around is very handy. And the same really for Igby. The amount of crowd control you can put down as Igby with the Scorching Honeys, where you're able to put on 2 exhausts per turn essentially, is just so valuable. I wonder whether, because I'm looking at the big hair on Furiosa's side, 1500 intellect with 900 dex as well. That hammer hits so hard. If he gets that in the right spot, the right return positions, whether it's through the astral tumble, whether through movement, or even through like a terrain shift, that can be something that wreaks havoc on Bjorn's team, really. But so far, it looks equal.
Yeah, also one thing to note that they went with different builds on their Igby's. Furiosa's is strength based, and Bjorn went entirely in intellect, so that will also be an interesting thing to note going on with this game.
Yeah, 100%, right? Where you go intellect, you're aiming to hit those Scorching Honeys, hitting that Flame Frenzy for the AoE damage, whereas for the bounce, it's all physical, so strength from Furiosa's side.
Yep.
I have to say this, from all the games I've witnessed, not many hits in the early game. So I think they're both quite, let's say, starting conservatively. I can imagine, obviously, that is because there's a lot at stake. But I'm definitely looking forward to this the tile shrinking.
Yeah, that's when things get crazy. I think right now they're still gauging the opponent, trying to see what they'll use, because at the moment the Bjorn side, well, both of them are lowering down on their charge, so they'll have to soon start using their potions to charge back up and resetting. And I think after that is where the real fun might begin.
100%, 100%. And we've seen some Scorching Honey being used already, right? But we don't know where the honeys are placed. So this can go any direction the moment somebody lands on top of one.
Yep, for sure.
Their chests should be pounding right now. Their hearts should be pounding right now. Like, so much on the line. So much on the line. Oh my God, this is.
$50,000 for the winner.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. And especially because we saw it just now with the hammer, it did a critical hit. Every critical hit you see, it's like either so much joy or one of the worst feelings on the planet.
Painful for the opponent. Especially with this 910 dex, that's like 3.5 times damage. Crit if it hits, around 3 times. So that'll deal so much damage. But the Igby for Bjorn is slowly running out of charge. He has used quite a lot of Scorching Honey so far. It's just getting thrown around the map with terrain shift. Oh, that's a nice split strike.
That was a painful one.
And he got hit by the honey as well. 240 health. But Bjorn's Scarlet is stunned.
Yeah, what we're seeing in these matches, right, is that obviously you need charge, but it has a secondary function because of the exhaust on Scorching Honey. The charge potion blocks it effectively. So having that one in place, whether by luck or intentional, can be game changing.
Yep, and looking at the Scarlet for Bjorn is in danger. It could die in this round. It's
Would you
exhausted.
trade? Would you trade your big hair for the Igby?
For the
So if you could like, let's say you sacrifice the big hair, right, the biggie,
Mhm.
for the Igby, is that a good trade? What do you think, both of you?
Whoa,
I would.
I would not necessarily do it. No, you're saying Furiosa's big hair versus
Yeah.
Bjorn's Igby, right? No, I think not in this game. I think there's some good chances here um, in the later game with the AoE for because obviously they're both AoE focused because they both have intellect and the Igby on Bjorn's side has a higher intellect value really. But I think damage wise, what the numbers can output with the decks involved on the big hair, when the hammer really starts hitting opponents, that's an insanely high number. I think it's worth it to have the big hair.
Yeah, so the reason I asked was, well, obviously Humongous was on the verge of dying. Would you go for the all-out? Well, actually, he now survived. But if there was a choice to sacrifice your biggie for the Igby because it was low back then, now the scare it is, would you have done it? But hearing you guys, yeah, obviously survival is the best of the options. But
Oof, yeah, one got taken out, one is almost there. Like the carrot on Furiosa side's barely hanging on.
This is a very close match. The issue that I think Bjorn had was his Igby was very low on charge, so he couldn't really do much with that. And Scarlet had to somehow get out of position, but was very low health, so it was inevitable to die. I think he used the last moment to move his Trojan into this position for split strike. Let's move them out. I think I would also keep my Igby alive to answer Mr. Brown's question, because that scorching honey is very useful late game. If you can keep your Igby alive, especially with Bjorn's 1400 intellect, that will deal so much damage. Even with Scared down, he still has a chance to come back.
Yeah, and there's a chance here, like what we are discussing, what I was discussing with Mango before the battle started, right? Where it may happen that Big Hair gets a charge potion, gets the resistance status effect, gets put into a position where a lot of damage will be done, and hits them with the Spirit Shroud. The combination options available to Furiosa with 3 Veras on the board are immense, essentially.
Yep, and Furiosa, I think, is doing the right thing here, resetting himself, healing up. Even though he has an advantage, one Vera advantage, but the health was looking low for them. Bjorn from this position can't do any damage, so he should at least start healing up his Trojan or recharging it while it's out of range from Scarlet. Oh, he moves in with Igby.
Oh, moving forwards. It's a
Interesting.
daring move.
Yeah, I think he's like, I'm going all in.
There's a world where you start trapping the inner circle, right? Because we're
Yeah.
in turn 12 essentially, or turn 13, and because Bjorn's Igby is focused on intellect, he can lay down the honeys on the inner circle and wait for the next map shrink.
Yep. But the problem with that is if he stops to place his honeys, then he could be swapped into Bigger's hammer or the other Igby's pounce.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, he stays there and heals up. That's very bold moves from Bjorn. That's a very risky
Yeah.
play. I wouldn't have stayed
Hey,
there if I was
no risk,
no reward.
no gain, right? No
Yeah.
reward indeed. So very exciting game, this one. Very high IQ and also conservative, but on the other hand, also risky. It's a double-edged sword, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. No, that heal was. Hopefully, it plays out for Bjorn because that was a risk he took, and it did work out. Let's see how it goes in the future turns. The problem now is all of the Veras for Furiosa have healed up, especially that 13,000 Scarret. Oh no, that's bad for Trojan.
Oof, that's painful.
And he took
With the
some friendly
exhaust as
fire as
well.
well. And okay,
That's
that's
a rough position. A rough position to be in.
yeah. No, he's dead because Bigger can double hammer him. 1500 damage with one hammer. If it crits, then just one hit and he's dead. This is Furiosa's game. Unless he has a health potion left.
There's a chance with the health potion also because it gives defensive stats as well, right? So
He moved him out.
possible.
Yeah, he's guaranteeing the kill. He stole the health potion. Oh, that
Potion
was
does
very
do-
well played.
Oof. Wonderful
And
move
healed
by
himself as
Furiosa.
well. Oh yeah, that was from the healing turf, but very high IQ move there. That's it for Bjorn.
Like there's a world where you have the 1v3 comeback. We always dream of these situations as a player, right?
Yeah.
But it's difficult.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back from here. Especially because he has to. If he uses Scorching Honey now, he'll be out of charge. At least for one more round. And he has to recharge somehow, and that's it.
I think what Bjorn or Blonde Joseph should hope for is disconnect on Furiosa's end and try to outplay the bot.
Outplay the
Oh.
internet.
Yep.
He's looking into how to DDoS Furiosa quickly. But I think that was a smart move from Bjorn. Moved to the side and got a bit charged. But I think defeat is inevitable.
Let's see whether Bjorn is able to take down one or maybe even two with him.
Looks difficult. He was saying that so far, up until this game, he didn't lose a single Vera. Bjorn. So I think that's commendable. But now he has lost two.
But let's also appreciate the time and effort that has been put into getting this carrot to 13k HP. Like, what the hell?
I think this might be
I know.
a tracker Vera. I could be wrong, but a ruby and 5 bronze. Do you think that's a tracker from level 1?
It's possible, but this is also very possible, very plausible to get through normal means,
True normal, yeah.
like Ruby 5 bronze. Like, if it were Ruby 5 silver, it would be more likely. I think it would be highly likely to be tracked.
Tracker, yeah. 13,000, I think he put like probably a 10 vitality enchant on it. upgraded it to 50.
Yeah, because there's some in wisdom, definitely, if we look at it.
Yeah,
And
wisdom
there's
and
some
yeah.
in strength as well.
Yep.
But this could all be from the amulets, of course. But we do see some difference there.
Yeah, he probably went wisdom and strength in chance and then just went all stat allocation on vitality. You could
Which
get
is, I think, a good strat for a support, right? If you want to support to survive as long as possible, you put everything in survivability.
mhm.
Obviously, strength right now is also very viable because you want priority, but I think survivability might be even better, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, and the Igby is exhausted. This is it.
Oh, that is it. You can throw a potion, but the end is nigh.
He dodged the potion. Or at least trying to. That's it,
GG.
guys. GG's. Furiosa won the first ever Valhalla tournament, taking home
Wow,
50,000 US dollars.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Wow. History has been written. Congratulations to every single contestant. But above all, obviously, the winners and the actual winner of this tournament. The first official Valhalla tournament, Furiosa, is the winner. And let's see if it's actually a Vi Queen that won, because Furiosa is a female. I think is
Jennifer?
Jennifer,
Yeah.
which we might yeah assume is female. So definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, amazing matches, and like Jackie already mentioned earlier, we're very proud on Valhalla and that we were able to keep this quite stable. So yeah, hopefully on to many more editions. But the first one, congrats Furiosa, well deserved.
Yep, congratulations, Furiosa. And also to you guys for hosting this uh, pretty smooth tournament. Uh, we had a few hiccups in the first qualifiers for a couple of players, but the rest of the tournament was completely smooth. Um, yeah, congratulations, and also thank you for hosting this.
And thank you for the commentary.
Yep, just trying my best here.
I think it adds a lot, right? Like I'm sure the viewers can attest to that. Being able to follow along, especially with veteran players, like what the thought process might be from
Mm.
the other players, it is so valuable.
Yeah, especially for newer players who might not understand what's going on.
Very educational, very educational. And it also adds a little sauce, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can spectate through the game, which is fair and good. But if you listen to somebody talking about it, you also think like, oh yeah, indeed, that's an interesting strategy or an interesting thought.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, well done on that part, and hopefully many more in the future.
Yep, looking forward to the future tournaments and hopefully other events as well.
For sure, for sure. Well, I'm going back into Discord. Thank you all for listening, and well, perhaps Jackie, Mango, please continue. I'll listen. All right.
Yep, thank you very much for joining.
Thanks. Same for me actually. I'm dropping into the Discord.
All
I'm
right.
wrapping stuff up on the tournament side as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, it's onwards to building towards the next patches.
Yep,
New
good luck.
Veras and more of Valhalla.
Yep, good luck on all that.
See you all around. Thanks.
Yep, thank you very much for joining as well.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. All right, chat. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'm just looking at the chat right now. Thank you, Shower. I'm gonna call you Shawarma. Thank you, Malcolm, and congratulations to Furiosa for winning the first ever Valhalla tournament. That was I would say, kind of a one-sided, but also an intense match. tough luck to Bjorn, but hey, $20,000 as well. So yep, thank you guys for watching, and we will hopefully thank you, Dark, and I'm assuming you're Danny. So yeah, we'll continue streaming in the future, see what is up with new viewers potentially. Looking forward to Floki and Taylor being implemented in the game. So yep, thank you all for tuning in, and goodbye.